the checklist I have for today is not exactly long. There is one encounter that I know is going to happen while they're heading on this way. I think it's going to happen... What do you mean? I am, Chad. You certainly are right now. I guess I've been keeping up with it okay, but yeah. So there's an encounter. I think it's going to happen towards the end of their journey in these woods. They're going to get hit by... Okay, I'm not going to lie. This is one of those Schrodinger's magic items situations where they didn't take the bait on the ice sorcerer I mentioned earlier, so another, like, two things. One, I want to give my sorcerer player that glove that we talked about that will let him use the Hand of the Apprentice or whatever. Two, I want to show that, like, this area is suddenly less safe for some reason because we're going to hit on... No, I'm Chadicus. I'm sorry, I think of that. There's like a Whose Line Is It Anyway skit. It's fine. So, we may have looked at the fronts a while ago. It's definitely in one of the old VODs. I'm glad that... I'm glad I didn't just spout that out for everyone to be like, what, Varys? What? It's such a good skit. So, one of the fronts is the stuff with Salamander, and the first impending doom is that they've, like, a group has just bum rushed down to a whole 70 miles down to Eden Fort that's over here. Like, just the lieutenant's main group just, like, pushed on in. And they're, like, basically setting up their own fortification in these hills, and like from here they'll be kind of establishing like a route for reinforcements. They'll be basically carving out this territory and making it Salamander territory and not Eden territory, and that is going to show in like this random group of bandits, aka I don't know, like Salamander soldiers and a sorcerer, like coming on in. You're saying the world is active while the party is away? Yeah, that's correct. I know it's a surprise. Yeah, it's one of those kinds of campaigns, which is what fronts are great at promoting. I really like adventure fronts are hit or miss for me. Like my players, the fronts we made last time, my players literally skipped the whole progression by like stealing those maps and just walking away. They're like, they really set back those cartographers on the inner part by just taking the maps and leaving. So, yeah. I maybe should have had an alarm spell on the tent, but, you know, these guys have been hanging out unperturbed, whatever. What did the cartographers even want exactly? So, I think maybe we talked about it before, but they're, players, this will briefly be, like, not forever spoilers, this will be near future spoilers. So, skip this if you haven't finished the arc after the Explicita cartographer stuff. I might have been obscure, yeah. They're looking for ways to get in, whatever. They're looking for ways to get in and, like, deliver forces close to Eden. They're looking for, like, weaknesses to bring in their boats. Their whole thing is boats. They're strong with boats. They have good boats. So they want to get in with their boats. And they've determined that, yeah, they can, like, get boats in here, and this is, like, the closest point to Eden to just drop troops and, like, wreck shit. So, that's what that's about. I don't even know necessarily that these cartographers know that. They might literally have been hired by someone else to do this. Like, these might not actually be people from the island cities, but, you know, we're dropping the spoiler hand, and we're good. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna start out doing that encounter. The other thing is, perhaps somewhat sparked by this, Eden is going to be... Oh, they are RHBJ, and the party unknowingly... I don't know if I know these acronyms? Star DEBCB Carrot. I might... Oh, these are like TV tropes, or like game tropes. Acronyms, aren't they? It's either that or a coding thing. Those are my two first guesses. um, thank you for clearing that up. Okay, I think I understand the joke now. Okay, so bandits here or here, somewhere close to Eden. When they get back to Eden, I mentioned this briefly last stream, but there's going to be a situation where, like, the gates are closed. They'll have to find a way into the gates, maybe, or they'll just stay outside and not care and not interact with this event at all, which will be shocking and perhaps depressing. But there's going to be some, like, kind of a disturbance, a protest, not quite a riot going on in front of the council building, being like, hey, like, we've got invaders, like, right, like within 100 miles of Eden. We've got invaders, like, 80 miles away, like 70 miles away. The less they interact, the stronger people get. That is exactly true. The stronger the factions get, anyway. The enemy factions. Yeah, so the people of Eden are like, yo, that's really close for invading forces to be. We haven't seen that since, like, the entire time the Emperor was the Emperor. Now he's dead. Now this council, like, the council is obviously making some mistakes. The council looks weak here. Like, they're letting enemies encroach upon Eden from all sides. We've seen bandits, blah, blah, blah. There'll be some demagogue shouting, whatever. And so they'll be protesting in front of the council building, being like, hey, like, fix this, or give us a leader who will. Eden is fucked right now. That's, hopefully it's at least a little fucked right now, yeah. So I'm going to, this event, I want to make a map, not like a super descriptive map. I'm not really interested in putting down a map with the exact number of buildings or all of the streets or even, like, all of the key points of interest, but I do want to be like, here are the city walls, here are the districts in the city, and, like, we can use that for, like, investigations, or if we continue to ignore the problem, then Eden will get stronger, right? I think this is going to be the first hint that, like, yo, this problem is serious for the players. And, you know, this will be kind of the, maybe we need to do something about this thing. The other thing I need to do, the other front that I need to set up, I was going to avoid it because there's, like, a job posting for it, but now it might be a thing. Is like, there's a blight over here. There's some bad stuff going on in this area. So, so that will have to be taken care of at some point too, but it's not, like, officially set up. So I will be adding that. I don't know if that's going to be post Salamander or just, like, in the, you know, in one of the lulls. It'll be a B plot or something. Idea. I mean, hit me with it. Yeah, so district map cut out into different spaces in the city, and they'll use that to, like, have an overview of what's going on where during this event and future events. And yeah, it just helps everyone visualize, I think, and, like, have a little, maybe a checklist of places they can ignore or places that are being hit particularly badly. I forgot to turn my music back on. The salamanders are attacked, and they either win or lose. When that happens, they retreat to safety. Like, this could work if the players, like, attack them and push them back. I don't really want, these aren't like Stars Without Number factions where I want them to be in conflict with each other a bunch. Oh, well, I'll let you finish your idea. You're clearly not done. Retreat back towards the corrupted lands. That could be interesting. Okay. I get you. I'll stop interrupting. They keep moving tiles back, yeah. Okay. And in the meantime, I will put on some music. Are you guys... Let's see, let's try this album. This is that same Jade Wee artist. That I'll put it in chat here. Oh, more of a chase. That could be neat. Oh yeah, I like where you're going with that. Okay. Maybe not. That. Milk District? And Cosmos. Why not? Let's check it out. Oh, I like that. Okay, sure. This is what we're gonna go with for now. Again, let me know if the music is too loud, too quiet, etc. If they bother, and if they don't, stuff will happen. Okay. Okay, yeah. I like it. That's definitely an option. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I can implement something like that. Yeah, we can talk that out if the players decide to like actually interact here in the near future. But I like that idea. They regroup and go for the attack again. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, like, driving them off temporarily won't solve the issue for sure. So let's make a forest map, which is just my favorite. I have so many let's shift scroll. Yeah, like this one could be okay. I think I've used this already. Hermit's Path. I use part of this. There's nothing wrong with the forest map at all. It's true. I'm just like, my problem is it's like the most used, it's the most, it's like my most used type of map, so I feel like I end up reusing maps a lot. Also, hello Praise. I don't know if I've said hello. Thank you for your emotes. Thank you for coming. Let me know if you have any questions about what's going on, but I will accept your emotes. If not, happy you're here. So yeah, I'm just afraid that my forest maps get reused too much. That said, I might just reuse a forest map. They do run close enough to the corruption boom, like pop a spoopy mini boss, or slowly corrupt players in the enemy. Yeah, I think that would be a super cool way to introduce it. I think if I cut this map like just up here, that might be. I guess that could be fine. I could do that. Okay, let's delete some stuff. Oh, Revenge of the Cult is the name of one of these encounters. The pre-made maps know what I like. Hello, Praise. Yeah, I think the players also think that this is a much better moon than the last one. I don't know if you're here for all the werewolf stuff. Let's drag this on over. I need to like just I can even do it for this one. I need to retire maps more actively. Okay, let's rename this. That's not what I wanted to open at all. Try that again. Okay. Eden Road Sorcerer. Sorkbush. Let's not do that actually. Ambush. That works. Okay, and then we'll cut it up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles. 8. Okay. I can do math. 13. And width by 1, 2, 3. It's so hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tiles. 15. Pop. Cool. All right, good enough. Now we need a cart. Again, my ideas are fractured and grown. You're allowed to cut me off. There are probably quite a few travel-based clerics and wizards in the fort because their job was to set up for the major forces unnoticed and then retreat back. Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I follow. Wait, hold on. What are the rules when players tell their DM the kinds of abilities they want their characters to have? So in D&D and in Pathfinder, each character class has like kind of stuff that they can do, a list of spells, a list of special actions, etc. So mostly the DM would just be like, all right, well, if that's in the book, go for it. If it's like a special request of some kind of extra ability, the DM can be like, all right, let's work on like crafting a magic item that can do that for you, or they'll be like, let's reskin a spell to get that for you and like figure out a feat or something to take that will allow you to have that spell. If you just want to like, if you're a warrior and you're like, I want to be able to stop time, or like, there are probably items that let you do that, but if you want to do crazy level 9 magic as a warrior, you're gonna need to like do some character building to do that. Maybe if they give chase and leave too soon, the main forcing enters the empty fort and the party see. Yeah, there are tons of ways to go with it, yeah. Yeah. Oh, like, okay. Are you saying... I thought, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say maybe you were saying for this encounter, but that would be like a 70-mile chase. So that's a ways. Let me find. There is a cart. Oh, I guess I probably already deleted the cart that I was using. It's fine. Cart. No, I'm gonna need wagon. I mean, like a. That could work. This wagon's gonna be holding literally like 7 or 8 people. I like that I type wagon and it brings the entire thing up. All right, we're just gonna go with this, I think. Does it say 2 squares long wagon? Yeah, so we can bump it up. I really want a better wagon, man. Have you ever done sort of a freestyle D&D game where you create your own rules but use the basic D&D meta and concept? I think there are better games for that than D&D. Like if you, yeah, I don't think D&D is necessarily the game for that. I can't think of any, like, Fate could be better? I haven't played Fate, so I haven't played a terribly huge number of games. Shadowrun might, yeah, I don't know if I haven't played Shadowrun. All I know about Shadowrun is that it's scary and complicated. Oh, hello, this is an old standby wagon. We've used this in a lot of campaigns. This is kind of closer. This is kind of closer to that like passenger wagon style I'm looking for. So maybe I'm being picky about something that doesn't matter that much. Just to be extra clear on that. Is this in the GM layer? My bad. Is this too big for a wagon? No, that's fine, I think. How long is this wagon? I think that's acceptable for a bigger passenger wagon. And if I'm wrong, someone can harshly correct me. It's a war wagon. What are we building right now again? I went on an awesome tangent. Yeah, this is I'm making the, like, Sorcerer ambush encounter. Yeah, this is good, this is good. Would have a lot of horses to carry such a big wagon. Unfortunately, the token, even at this size, is kind of only big enough to put, like, 2 horses in front of it. An outer space adventure that uses the guidelines of D&D to ground futuristic elven and orc societies. Yeah, I just, like, D&D is very rigid, and it allows DMs to put in kind of whatever they want, but the players don't really get much say. So, like, I just think a game... Like, there's probably Powered by the Apocalypse games that let you do it. Like, I think you could reskin Dungeon World pretty easily to, like, have kind of, like, fantasy classes in the future. Like, I don't think that would be too hard. I think, yeah. I bet you don't know. If I had like a bigger following, this would be an interesting question for like Twitter. But I do not. I could, like, I don't know. Yeah. Or you could play, say, Starfinder. Yeah, Starfinder, again, if you want to have those be like tactical combat and like very, like if you want to be given the rules for combat and what different characters can do, then Starfinder is great. But it kind of sounds like Praise wants to be able to define what abilities they have and use a little more loosely. Like, you know, I feel like you just have to do some work for that for Pathfinder. If like I want to say that my I have one character who is an orc who has like laser beam eyes, I'll need to like, or like they're an orc barbarian with laser beam eyes. I'll like need to do some reskinning to make that happen. Okay, so let's get some horses. Pop the wagon in the back. Hello, boss. I like that they have straight-facing horse and then side-looking horse. That's nice. I might actually utilize both right now. Again, why are these? Yeah, see, like, these horses are, like, 3 squares long. I don't know, whatever. I will make fun of the fact that there's 2 different models for the horse, and then use both of them. It still looks a little stretched. What dimension is this supposed to be? Because, like, this isn't right. Maybe this? No. I'm so confused. I think it's just supposed to be like this, but thinner? That doesn't look right at all. I'm so... Alright. I'm struggling. Alright. This is definitely thinner than that, and definitely longer than that. So let's just do this. And this. It looks like so blurry. But I think we'll work with that. So like 2/3. Oh, it doesn't. I think they're like different lengths too. Let me just see if this trick works. Sometimes if you drop something on the map, it goes to like its actual size. Very well. Very well. That trick worked, guys. And isn't this the size that I made it? Like, it's just 3 squares long. Why did it look so blurry for me? I'm so confused. I guess, oh, it must be because I like tipped it and then like brought it back. Weird. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I think I'm being misunderstood. Trying to gauge the amount of freedom a DM can have versus the player. You answered one, which is players can build and promote their characters based on what is available in the game type. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah. I just also want to be clear that if you want a game where like players have a lot of power, there are games like that. Like, I think, you know, there are games that will give you roles for abilities, but like let you flavor them however you want. Yeah, these just look blurry when you tilt them. That's just the problem. Weird. Okay, it's fine. I understand. Like, moving square pixels and tilting them 45 degrees is not, like, the most simple. My fault for using a tilted road. My fault for tilting myself. Anyway. Alright, so. Let's grab some tokens. just grab the party, and we'll grab these two. DM has pretty ultimate freedom, but should strive for consistency in rules and rulings, yeah. I'm watching a game where every character is Mystic Gestalt in a 25-point buy with starting stats being 14 instead of 10. Oof. That's something. Why did I use a tilted road? Why did I do this? Whatever. So yeah, there's gonna be like, just so you guys know who's here, there's like the 4 player characters, but there's also like Ben Griff, Kid, and Marius DeVol, the lord they've been traveling with. I guess that's it, actually. I kind of thought there was like a bunch more, but that was just on the boat. I don't think they picked up anyone else. So, and there's like a driver. There's someone driving the front. Tell me, is the greenery bushes or trees? These are trees, and no, I don't know why. I don't know why you see the trunk at the top of the tree. I didn't know the world had such variety, yeah. The carriage is huge. Yes, but also a lot of travelers, like I said. And also I'm zoomed in. I mean, like, it is huge. It's like, man, I didn't measure it, but like, tilt that. Yeah, it's probably like the cabin of the carriage is a good 20 feet long, maybe 25. It's not small. And yeah, it definitely has a hitch that's too small for the number of horses that it would need, but that's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. They're big horses. They're big, strong, good horses. So let's name him Not Boss and not show the nameplate to the player. I should just change that in the default settings in the token page. So we'll just call him Sorcerer. And then like he's got some goons, and these are gonna be, it's gonna be like a higher level sorcerer with some lower level goons. Could be a wooden motorhome with some crafting. Yeah. Yep. But at the same time, like it only holds like inside it probably only holds 4 people. Like, you know, you've got driver here, and then the cabin compartment is this, and you've got like a seat here and a seat here, right? And then like, it's probably a little more scrunched together than it looks here, but yeah. If I can make it like a square, like half a square smaller, I don't want to mess with the dimensions. Let's try it. Let's just look. Looks a little more reasonable. I don't really care. We're just going with it. Let's not craft out this carriage anymore. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try not to be picky about it at the moment. All right. All right. So let's see. Some kind of dagger bandit. Just gonna like name them based on descriptors, so that I can show these nameplates to the players, and they just kind of know. They can differentiate or whatever. Sword shield. Now it's ultimately picky. This one is a fan of Pokemon. Feel like they will try to run over the bandit. Yeah, I think it'll be a situation where I'm not gonna describe him as bandit. They'll just like see a robed figure in front of them, like walking in the road, and then they'll like, you know, he'll start going on a spiel, and then if they like, I do think that they will tell the driver just like run him over, but I think the driver's gonna hesitate, and I think if they make him, like, this guy's gonna kind of melt the horses and the driver, and it won't be a good deal. But it is possible that they just tell the driver to do what they want and like run this guy over. There will just be consequences. Maybe two of these guys over here. And then this will be... Oh, I guess I can name him Archer. It's fine. It's true that they don't have to hire a driver. They could just like buy a cart at this point. They have a lot of money, but they want to save it for that castle. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. Put those in the GM lair. Put those in the GM lair. GM with a couple rolls of the dice, straight demolishing people at the beginning of a campaign, but then bent the rules a little because they they felt guilty, altering the storyline into a group nightmare sequence and started everyone off on a beach. I've I think that's a common thing for new DMs to have to do is like, oh god, oh, I overtuned this encounter, this was bad, I accidentally wiped my players and it was a completely unfair fight. So then it gets like retconned via flashback. That's happened to my group, I don't think I ever had to do exactly that, but I've definitely had things that just weren't fun, and we were like, hey, can we, like, stop? Can we stop what we're doing? And, like, skip it and just hand wave away, and I was like, yeah, okay, sure, fine. That's fine with me. But then, you know, my other friend who GMs a lot in this group, like, early on, he, like, wiped us with a bunch of orcs riding wolves that just, like, it was, like, 4 wolf riders. So there are like 4 wolves, 4 orcs, and like all the wolves auto trip if they bite you, and they all had flanking. So they would just like get around one person and like immediately one-shot them. And yeah, the whole party went down really fast. And I was extremely salty because that was also my first player death, or like character death. And the other players were like pretty unhappy, and he felt bad, and it was, you know. So that got retconned into my character had like he was starting to get like weird visions and stuff as a result of his like knowledge domain. So you play as the Wolf Riders after that? That's not a bad idea. The soul of the players inhabits the thing that killed them. I think this is like, yeah, this is done. In terms of setting this up, stat blocks, I'm honestly gonna do this mostly on the fly. We mostly care about robes. We need to look at focus spells. Can I like, I don't think I can filter spells. I need to find a fire focus spell for the sorcerer to use with this glove. I can't see that their focus is here. Oh, this will work. Focus spells. Fire. You fire a ray of sickening energy. A blazing band of fire arcs through the air. Fire ray, that might be it. Glove of fireball. I think I am going to keep it a first level spell because, oh, maybe Sunblade though. One of these two, because Hand of the Apprentice or whatever is a first level spell, and that's what it's going to give the other, give my sorcerer. Glove of Meteor Storm. So he summons meteors, and I throw a weapon really far. This seems perhaps not one-to-one. Let's see, critical success, double damage, success, ray field deals full, yeah, okay. Standard stuff. Okay, cool. Wow, Sunblade is legit. It will be fine. Just dodge the rocks and you're good. Another cool thing was they started a group of noobs off on a medium difficulty run, but introduced veteran players to hold their hands a little. Okay. I like that, mostly. As long as the veteran players... I've had a situation where veteran players are trying to, like, run the game for newer players. Which can be a problem, but... Boom. Okay. Let me see. It's not really where I meant for that to pop up. So if you'll have Fire Ray, I might just do this notes here thing. I don't have a ton of space. But they're also not gonna like fight in the woods much, I don't think. So, not freehand. None of those. Okay. Wow, that actually works fairly well. Okay. So, Sorcerer. I want to play a Phoenix Blood Sorcerer for 2E. I haven't looked at it, but I like Sorcerers in general. Can I underline in here? I don't think so, but if not... Hurry up and bring my Bloodline Spyzo. Oh, it doesn't exist yet. I see. That's unfortunate. AC... Let me see how much I can cheat. Is there a website to see the rules of the game you're planning? Yeah, so... I'll copy this. Pathfinder 2E, you can find all the rules here. I sent it in chat. And, like... it's maybe not the best place to learn the game. Like, I do recommend picking up a PDF of the book if you want to do that. But like, you can go through the rules section and like kind of read them one by one. Wither King, I think that's more about the repercussions of that rule than the the rules of the rule. Or just, you know, providing a lot of examples. Like, there are examples of play for that rule. That's all. But yeah, you can go through the chapters kind of like bullet point by bullet point and figure out the game pretty well. If you're a player, you know, mostly just like a playing, you know, you read the introduction, just mostly read the game front to back until you start getting into like, here's what individual things do, and then you can just read what you're interested in. And if you're running the game, then you want to like jump down to the Game Master section and kind of like skip over, like read the introduction, go to the Game Master section, and then go back and read this stuff later. So. Sunblade might better match the flavor of what Sonus gets. I've been spacing out trying to half code and listen to you, but I want you to know that I love you. Thank you, Wes. That's really sweet. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully coding's going well. What are you working on, like the bot or some other project, or is this like work coding? Because if it's work coding at this time of night, I'm sorry. I have been there a lot. I'm going to laugh. Oh. Okay. If the target is evil, where the freaking? Just give me that. You must be wielding a sword or spear. Oh, yes, this is like the same. Sunblade. You will perform the spell's somatic components with the weapon. Make spell attack roll. The ray deals 1d4 fire damage. It's weird that it's a ray. If the target is evil, the ray deals an additional 1d4 good damage, and the target is undead, the ray deals an additional 1d4 positive damage. Both effects apply. If you are in an area of bright or natural sunlight, increase the die size of each damage die by 1 step from d4 to d6. So this is actually bad. This spell is worse than Fire Ray unless you're throwing it at an evil undead creature. I'm actually working on building out the entire Slay the Spire library. Okay. I'm going to basically try and build out a simulator for Slay the Spire to teach it to learn via reinforcement learning how to play the game. That's really cool. This week of work is actually ultra frustrating and pointless politics, so I'm trying to double down on my side projects to keep my brain not mush. I understand and appreciate that. So what I'm gonna do here, I might have mentioned before that last week was like that for me. You can say the guy remade the spell and enchanted it onto his glove. Yeah, I'm just gonna like literally I'm just gonna reskin Fire Ray because it's better. It's gonna deal like 2d6 damage while the other one's gonna be dealing 1d6. It'll actually be dealing 4d6 damage. So like this is just significantly better as a regular thing. We should chat about bot functionality for you at some point. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I am kind of in the middle of my busy section of the week until like Thursday or Friday, but I would love to chat. Don't think I've ever seen anyone use an animal companion. Does it make it difficult to manage a team with companions? I would say like yes in Pathfinder 1. Pathfinder 2 actually makes it pretty easy. So the way it works is like you spend an action to command your animal companion to do something, and when you do that, your animal companion gets 2 actions. So yeah, it's like a lot more straightforward, I think, than I don't know how D&D 5e does it. I haven't played 5e enough. I've barely played 5e at all, and I have no idea how they do animal companions. I haven't seen it in like any of the games I watch yet. Yeah. So we're just gonna do this. Blazing band of fire arcs through the air, make a spell attack roll. The ray deals 2d6 fire damage. What's 5e? That's, it's a good question. AC, I don't know. Like, I want this guy to be pretty hittable. Let's look at some stuff. We're gonna creep on a character sheet here. Let's look at Sonus. His AC is 20. I was already thinking about making this guy's AC 20, so hey. This guy is a Wizard Varus. He's a Sorcerer. And yeah. That's true. He's not gonna be like 25 AC. So it is this. Armor class proficiency, trained. I'll probably make it 19. Maybe 18. I think Sonus is wearing more armor than this guy might be. He's kind of like a bandit sorcerer. So that changes his priorities somewhat. 2 dex. And I think he has more dex than Sonus does. I'll make it 19. Oh, I should have seen him. I think he's at like 24-ish HP now. Sounds kind of unfair for the DM, though. He might have to turn up the difficulty to keep up with the dice rolls, especially if your companions can crit. Yeah, there's like an advantage to having an animal companion, but hopefully the, hopefully the class is balanced around that. 36 HP. This sounds great. This guy is going to be Sonus-ish. AC 19, HP, like, I guess I don't even need to put it here. I'll put it up here for now. HP like 34. If he gets bonked a couple times, he'll go down. How do you make bosses, Varus? You know, mostly I, you know, bullshit until I come up with something that sounds good. Like, I kind of worry about having cool abilities, and then, like a number-ish mechanically. No, I mean mechanically. I know. That was, yeah. Mostly a joke. But, yeah, so, like, I kind of start with abilities, and then I put down numbers that, goodbye pen, numbers that sound right for, like, AC and stuff, and then, like, when the player character hits it, there's like a 40% chance that I just change the number based on their hit, to either like go like, oh no, this guy's way too easy to hit, or oh, it's a little hard, and I'll drop it down. It's just kind of like what I feel in the moment, plus or minus 1 or 2 from where, you know, the number I write down. Other than that, I start with abilities, like, you know, we're looking at the fire ray, focus glove. Let's see. Burn, sword, toss. As fire ray. And then for something like this, honestly, I'm just gonna like have the Sorcerer spell list up, and I'll cast things that I think look nice at the time. They'll just be fire-based stuff. He'll probably do like Orb of Flame, and he'll do like Fire Ray, or I don't know. I made you go on a tangent again. I'm a weakness to yours and my own focus psyche. It's okay. I like the distractions. The distractions, yeah. I like the distractions, and I like chatting. Like I talked about it before, but I love chatting with you guys about this stuff. I think it makes my games better, not worse, despite the distractions. They're high-quality distractions. And, you know. Again, I'm going to look at Sonus just to see, like, what his base saves are. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, trained, so it's like 4 plus 2. 8 base will. Will's based on wisdom. Okay. I think I'll have a ref 9. The ref 9, fort 7. Maybe, I suppose I'm making him like 1 level down, right? So. Ref 8. Like. Oh, I suppose if I'm not gonna math it out, it's fine. He has 8 reflex, he has a fort of 7. And he's got a will of like 6. And then let's just link to the Sorcerer spell list. Oh, I guess. What is he going to be? He's going to be an elemental sorcerer, so he's going to be primal. And then I'll just have that ready to go too. And then his buddies are going to be much simpler. Okay. Archer. I kind of wish it would, like, let me see the whole box when I'm typing. Maybe make him a water caster instead. Now the whole thing is he's going to be like a salamander aligned guy. So I'm going to keep him with the fire theme. I mean, salamanders are literally amphibians, so that's... Water could work. But we're, you know, we're gonna play on the fire theme. I've always been a big fan of the tank classes, protecting the group, manipulating the enemy to target me, creating opportunities for everyone else. Yeah, that works pretty well in 5e. I'm not sure how well it works here yet. I haven't played like a champion. Are you not allowed to have water guns as a salamander worshiper? I do think there's probably some tension there if you bring a water gun around. Like, I don't think salamander, you know, I don't think he's weak to water exactly. Like I said, he's not Charmander. But I think he is like, he's a little territorial, you know? It's like, why are you bringing this, like, this religious artifact of the oppositely aligned element? I don't understand. I'm trying to entice the airbender you have in the party. Oh. How do you mean? Oops, that's not what I want. Here, let me just make text boxes all over. Archer, You'll also have AC 19 to keep things simple. Nah, let's not do that. He's not going to be wearing armor much. He'll be AC 17. And then their HP is just going to be an even, like... An even. I say even, and then I start typing, like, 24. This is really splitting hairs. We'll let the tanks be more heavily armored. Bow is going to be just +4. Well, no, like +4 for the item. Probably like +8 total. And what are short bows? Short bow's D6. You said all they did at the lake was pay the toll. I didn't hear anything about the elemental interacting with them. Yeah, it's true. I think putting a bandit sorcerer in front of them will be a good way to entice them to fight at least. Maybe there's a divination artifact to chat with planar elementals. That could be cool. Yeah, D6 on the short bows. 1d6. I should make him composite at this point. 1d6 plus 2. Yeah. Daggers. You see, like, they're a bit higher. 18. HP, like, again, 22. These are guys, they're basically the same class, just using, you know, leather armor and daggers instead. This all might be a little weak, by the way. Daggers, like, +10? 1d6 plus... Okay. 1d6 plus 2, they will have sneak attack, so they'll try to go for the flanks. And then sword shield. It's going to be much harder to hit. AC 22. HP like 26. And sword plus, you know, also probably +10. They're not hitting that hard, so 28. Well, these guys will hit a little harder. I should almost just... I might on the fly just make these what do you call them? Minions? No? I don't know what 4E calls them. I might just give them 1 HP and otherwise have the, like, regular stats and just have them be easily wiped out. I don't really care about these guys. Again, we'll see how it goes in the fight. Probably not. I probably won't do that. I think they can wipe these guys out in 1 or 2 hits mostly. So, and like if Eve gets some crits, they'll die. So I don't think we need to tone down their HP much. Oh no. They're hiding under the text and they're on the GM layer. I think I said 22 for these. Just don't give them HP and a hit counter instead. Yeah, that can work. I've definitely done stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna move this off to the side. I'm gonna need to like move these onto the I don't even, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Dagger, 22 again. Shield and sword, 26. Oops. Okay, so now I can just move them onto the token layer when I need to, and then move this stuff back into place. I know what I can do. We're gonna like 2-front this, and then we'll move this back. Same here. And then I can access them just, oops. Clicking too fast. All right, 2-front. And then we move the text back over, you know, under them, rather. And like, still get at the tokens. Okay. What I'm trying to say, yeah, do I get what you're trying to say, though? I think, yeah. I've, like I said, it's something I've done before where, like, these guys will die in 2 hits. These guys will die in 3 hits. And, like, I kind of do that anyway, even if I give them an HP number. It's just, like, a guideline, and then, oh, sorry, above that. Airbender stick, or even their name, but there's something for her to connect to. Yeah. Not at all the HP numbers. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I did forget to, like, describe my elemental character, or, you know, Sonus, my brother's character. He is supposed to have, like, physical reactions, kind of, like, kind of get some anxiety, some tension when around other elementally aligned characters. And, like, air, basically it comes down to, like, how much harm, like, how much friction there is between those bloodlines inherently, but also how much harm the elemental character means them, and their party. It gets the blood boiling, basically. And I need to be better about describing that. Yeah, I've forgotten it literally like 4 or 5 times now. It's I keep like putting more elemental characters in to make that opportunity, and I just don't do it. It's bad. Okay. So I think I'm satisfied here. We don't need to like you need to put a note in. Yeah, I probably should. Mostly yeah. Mention LE tension. That's a good idea. Hey, let's just go ahead. Let's move it down here. Let's make it bright ass red. A good 32. Yeah. I really wish text in Roll20 would let you just have an outline and also just like an outline color. So you could like just do white outline, black text, just get rid of all this. I need to find a color that works well on this background crap. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm like I said, I think I'm satisfied with this encounter. It doesn't really need to be anything more than this. So so I think we're going to move on to making the map. I haven't really determined the best way to do this yet. So let's just open Wonder Draft, huh? Let's just see if this will do the trick for me. And let's bring this back to the world map for our reference. So the city will be mapping out here. We're going to make Eden, like I said before. We're going to just kind of draw the city walls, and then we're going to try to like make some districts inside of it. I think what's going to end up happening is that I make a map here. Not that big. It doesn't... Yeah, let's go like 1,000 by 1,000, huh? It literally doesn't matter. Okay. We'll look through some of the themes. I think Warren is fine. For a powerful elemental to literally say, this gives her mad bad vibes, yeah. And then after that, make it an actual allergic reaction for her. Like, she notices elementals now, after encountering such a powerful one. That's not a bad idea. It left a lingering effect you leave obscure, but it's actually just spidey sense. Right. That's not bad. I like that, yeah. Is there, I guess this will do. Let's just max the size. Land! Okay. So we've got a river. It roughly goes, like, kind of, as far as Eden is concerned, it goes, like, east and then goes around the north side. It comes from, like, straight east. So we're gonna just pen that in here. 64 is a bit big. Let's do something like this. Oops. Okay. She might build from there. When she starts theorizing, you make her theories factual. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. If she starts suspecting she has a connection to it or something, you build that. I like that. Let's make another small river that comes in. This is like, you know, more things that don't really matter to this too much. Roughness. Let's make no roughness for this one. So we can just pencil this in a little easier. Just like a secondary little... I don't even know what you call these rivers, but... Like, I know the... you know... like the road term for it, but whatever, it's fine. The thought I had here is if I want this, like there's like a keep here, and I'm like, do I want that to be on like an island type thing? But I don't think so. We're just gonna have it in the city and not worry about it. Okay. And then this is where I haven't done this. Like, I don't know how good this map is for making like cityscapes. Let's just like, I think we need to paint this green land. No, what is sorry. Why don't I remember? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, there it is. Jeez. Whew. All right. And let's grab some green. I'm just gonna paint it on here. Oh wow, got dark over there. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I guess I just have no control over where it's dark or not. That's fine. I'll catch back up in chat in just a sec. Let's see. And then I might like later I might come in and like fade this back out to like that tan color, just to give it more of a mappy look. We'll stylize it later though. A feeling that becomes what they believe the effect to be. Yeah, it can lead to some good story and a story they would want to explore more likely. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, yeah. I'm cool with all of that. I'm definitely not gonna be like, hey, this is why you have this feeling sometimes. I'm not gonna like give it to them outright. So I agree about just letting it hang. Kind of like what I did with Solus, where like I gave him that vision and I didn't tell him why after they killed Explicita. So it's just like up to him to figure out. So I think what we want is symbols, but I'm not certain. To them, let it hang. I'm sorry I don't have the quote commands. I still don't have commands. I need to spend a day working on that. So if I stream on Friday and I like don't have these commands done, someone should like yell at me. You're like, why? What are you? What? Come on, man. Get your commands together. Get your stream in a good shape. Yeesh. Human gate. Maybe I won't outline the wall. It seems like it's gonna be hard. Let's try this. Yikes, no. Really? That's actually kind of surprising to me. So there's just nothing labeled as walls. Okay, sure, that's fine. Tree brush, what is this? Symbol tool, mountain brush. So now, now we are drawing a map of Eden. We're gonna get a basic like city layout. And yeah, because the primary event, like there's gonna be this ambush, right? But the primary event is what is happening at Eden with kind of this riot stuff going on. No, I don't care about that. So they have been to Eden before. They haven't needed a map of Eden before. I've like given them we'll do this at the end. Like they haven't really done many adventures in Eden or anything like that. They haven't done any political stuff in Eden. So they haven't needed a map other than here's like some points of interest that I'm going to lay out for you, and then here's other stuff, like other shops and stuff you found. So this is the first time where it's like where you are in Eden kind of matters because getting around Eden isn't necessarily going to be the easiest, and there's going to be different stuff going on in different parts. There's different stuff they want to protect in different parts. So that's where I'm thinking with it. I think these red roofs are fine. They look about right for what I want. Oh, that's neat. The giant hiding in the dwarven blacksmith idea? Yeah. No, I like that. I may have already like told Solus about it. Do we like this better? Kind of. Can I flip it? Because, you know, he was like, I don't know. I was like, you just know this guy. Eden could be multiple big cities. I do not think that is the case in this case. Like, we've already kind of discussed the layout of Eden quite a bit. So, that'll be, like, a bit tough to change up. I do like that idea in general. Where do we? I already kind of have an idea of what the council building looks like, and I don't think this is well. These are that is a large tower. Hamlet block. That could be the council building. Let's look down. This is a little tough, because the one I'm going for here is definitely, like, kind of a Roman architecture style, but that's just not going to be supported by this symbol set. Like, I think that that arc you see right there is the best archway we're going to get. We're not going to have too many pillars and such. Oh, that's not bad. Maybe that should be the castle. I can talk to the group about streaming the sessions. I don't want to, like, spring it on them. I don't want to force them to put up with my streaming habits. And we are going to swap out that castle, by the way. I'm going to be considerate of, like, how I pitched the campaign and what it was going to be, and I don't want to, yeah. So, we can talk about it. Should I... Yeah, let's, bring it on down a little bit. Let's do it there. Kind of don't like that bush showing up. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So I'll talk to them about it. I'll see what they think, and I'll get back to you and see if they're interested. Maybe this should have been just in the middle. Town hall? No. Did it say train yard? It does. That's kind of funny. Market? That'll work. Okay, so castle, market, which is going to be like the council building. We're just, I guess we need, like, these points of interest. These are kind of what I'm, like, trying to put down. And then we'll kind of fill in the buildings in between. So I'm curious, like, human portal. Maybe these will be, like, way outside. I would like to have an idea of, like, the power centers in the town. Let's hold off a sec, just a little bit. Let's go to paint.net. And let's chop it up a little bit in terms of... Let's take a look at what the shape of the city is going to be like. So Eden is roughly, that's not a circle. Eden is roughly a circle. Let's, great, I'm glad I let go of shift at the same time as the click. So roughly a circle. brush width, let's do 5. Bolden it up a little bit. Yep. Okay, so there's that. Center of the city is going to be like the council district. A little off center, I think. Oops, that's not what I want. You know, something like this. It can be centered, it's fine. Centered-ish. And then we've got, we're just gonna, like, let's mark that with a C. For council. Okay, and then we're going to, like, this is the, like, castle district over here. Oh, how do I make a... It's been a while since I've used paint.net. I kind of want, like... you know, just, like, point-to-point lines. Brush width, tool... I forget how to do this. Whatever, this will work. This will be good enough. Swing that around. So this is kind of castle district. I don't know what that sound was. That's fine. That's okay. Castle district here. Why should Eden's problems be solved by adventurers and not by its own people? Yep, basically. There's probably a lot of that going on. That'll probably be part of the, like, bit of, just keep this simple here. Right. So this is the part that's easy for me, is there's like council, castle district, this is the gate district, this is where the town guard is. So like this is the power center for the Green Stags, the city guards. The keep is technically no one's power center right now, because everything's being run by the council. Doesn't the rest of the world know how awesome it would be to just chill? Yes, I wish they would figure that out. I'm sure the people of Eden feel the same way. So the rest of this is a little harder to figure out. So there's like so there's Gate District outside the city. There's kind of like a the river comes up this way. Outside of the city, there's like a trade. It's kind of like an industrial district. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but we'll just, extend this. These lines will go out. It's like industrial district is out here. This is where like the mills are and everything. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to mark this down on the map much. So like what happens down here? What are other like power centers that a city even needs? Like I think probably they have an industrial zone. That's a word so I understand it. That's not probably how they call it. These are like mechanical districts more than like cultural districts right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, commercial sector. It's like what do they produce? So like it's kind of a situation where like there's some. I feel like there's goods, like they utilize this river to bring goods up and down, including like they'll like chop down a bunch of lumber here and then like float it up the river by horse, like drawn by horse, and like maybe they have boats that like ferry or something from up here, but slightly faster rapids going this way. That is a more serious incline, so I don't, you know, I'm not sure about that yet. But basically, there's just a lot of processing for this stuff that, like, comes in. Ox barges, yeah. Eden, the place of prosperity, is some kind of unique product. I'm sure they do. I'm not sure that's what I want to, you know, figure out right now. One thing they do have, I guess, they definitely have, like, in the past, and hopefully in the future, they've made synthetic, like, automatons, basically. Kind of clockwork automatons. I picture them looking like some of the, like, some of the automatons from, like, Final Fantasy 13, if anyone's played that. Kind of like the weird gears and, like, spinning parts. Kind of all powered by magic. And those are... When resources were less scarce, those were made here. Down here, Solus kind of dictated that his family has some stuff down here, so I think their family is just in power down here. Like, if this district outside of town, there's like a... It's like a... kind of a... Not a carnival district, but like a circus district, sort of. Like... So, what do you call that? Maybe it'll just be called, like... Oops, why? I wish you wouldn't open over here. I'm trying to open you off screen. I think we might just call it, like, Fairgate. Like, there's another, you know, the south gate of the town, they just call it Fairgate. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for now. We'll just call it Fairgate again, so I kind of know what it means. Calling it the garden would be much more funny. Yeah, the garden is spoken for as a term, basically. Like this entire area is kind of called, like in Elven, it's called the garden, basically. So yeah, more on the nose religious references for sure. So yeah, I guess the okay, jumping back to this map for a minute. Garden Center. So let's look at the gates. And I want to like flip this, and I don't remember. Oh, layer management. I forgot that they have layers. Might have to play with that layer. Advanced. Oh, it's right there. Mirror. So, like, gate going out is, like, right here-ish. And then pretty close to the, like, it'll be, you know, along the river. And then there's, like, a barracks kind of in it. That's not what I want. Barracks, what, garrison? Is that what it was called? Garrison? Wicked garrison. Yeah, that's not what it looks like. Yeah. Let's see. Let's just look for a... Yeah, this'll do. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Let's do this one. So, like, this is going to be, you know... That'll be the gate district with the, like, guard garrison. I'm not really too concerned if they're like different. Maybe this will be better. The different perspectives are going to weird me out a little bit, but I don't think there's too much helping it on this map. I do not have the capabilities to do this all myself, so we're going to stick with the... let's see, where was it? The perspective differences, and, you know, just roll with it. The cool thing about this program is it kind of like aligns things visually based on like how far up or down the map they are. So like if I put one here, it'll show up in front of the castle. But back here, it's like behind, you know. So I do like that about this program. And hopefully when I fill this all in with like these other random buildings, it won't be so obvious that there's different perspectives going on. Why is there a second one down here? That might be my bad. Like a second set of these same symbols. Okay, so... You're alive? That's good. I didn't know that was at risk. Everything okay? Let's scale these down like a lot. Let's mirror this again. I think that does the trick. That's a cool little water wheel. Neato. Oh. You're dead now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anything I can do to help? Is this too boring? I apologize. Just look up bridge. Oh, you're busy being dead at the moment? That's fair. I feel like that would take up a lot of time, you know? These bridges are not the same line at all. And it's bothering me. Maybe I just won't put bridges. I know I was just talking about how I don't want perspective to, like, restrict us here, but the fact that this bridge is, like, off angle with this door makes me, like, irreconcilably upset. So we're just gonna skip them. Skip the bridges. There's already a gate. We know. We know the gate's there. We know the gate leads to a bridge. So then let's look for, I don't know, tent? Orcish tent, not what I want. Giant gates if there are no bridges? That's technically true. Spelled that wrong, but it's also not there. That's okay. I don't really need a tent to show that this is like the fair district. Okay. So let's see. I think there's like, and like what's here? I think there's some like old churches outside of Eden, so this might be like the library. Library. It's like a church of Arcanus that was converted to like a library. They also do like vaulting services, so I think that will be a district. We'll just call it, I don't know, libraries. L is fine for now. L. No, library. Giant ass tree is, that could be a district, but it's not really a power center. It's fine. That's a little ways outside. It's like a couple miles. All right, we need another album. Oh, I don't know that this will be... I haven't listened to this album, so I haven't vetted it. We'll see. It's thick wood, yeah? Yeah, it is. It is not quite perhaps as big as it seems there, but that's artistic license on the part of the map drawer. Nah, it just is that big. I do think it eventually could be that big, but it's only like 60 years old right now. I think what is going to be here is just like banking. If anyone has better ideas on how to split this up, I'm not a city planner, and I don't know much about civic planning. So if it's like, you know, I don't know. If it's weird for a financial, like, this is obviously not like a square mile or a square like 3 miles of banking or something. It's like there are a couple of that's just who holds power in that sector. There's like a financial district in the middle, and it like spreads out from there. To a degree, I could probably extend like the council district further this way for the same reason, and I might in the final map. These are just rough outlines. It doesn't need that many years to grow up quickly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The tree does grow faster. What's CA? CA is Castle District, where I guess like the Presidia currently have power. They don't really have a... They've got like a council member on the... You know... It's not currently a wildly important power center because there is no emperor, no king, and the council rules from the council district, so... why is it CA and not C? Why is CA and C not in the same place? C is council. I can I get into that text box again? Nope. Stuck like that forever. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah. Oh, I should be finishing these lines, I guess, but yeah, it's fine. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so that's an important question. The council has their own building because, like, the council existed while there was an emperor, and they didn't just, like, move into the castle. So, like, the council has kind of a, not fully fortified, but they've got, like, their own little estate in the center of town on top of, like, the hill. The castle is at, like, the low end by the river, and this is kind of, like, up top in a more visible place. So that is where the council deliberates. So I think it's like Starfinder Society on the Galarian station. Oh, is it? I'm not familiar. Enlighten me, please, if you don't mind. This is going to be residential. I'll come up with a cute nickname for it on like the full map, but we're just gonna call it residential for now. They have their own small standing army and guild, essentially. They can defend themselves separate from the city. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of the situation here. They kind of like, it's like the Green Stags, the city guards, they reported directly to the council, and then the emperor had his own guards, his own like set of like his own part of the legion that like was reserved just for him and his use, and you know, they're called the Presidia, but now the council has kind of taken them over and kind of pushed the Green Stags aside a little bit. It's, yeah. So I definitely want part of this to be Market District. Maybe all of it. The Blue Stags? That's they don't exist. Just only the green ones survived. I'm gonna be lazy for now. We're just gonna put market so I know like kind of what's over here. And then we'll come back to it. And market is like, it's not just all stores, it's like market and more residential, and this is like probably where the blacksmith's guild is, things like that. I feel like a blue kind of stagman. That's fair. If you like plop down your own noble house here, you can call your you can call the army loyal to your house, like kind of whatever you want. Okay, so yeah, gate, banking. You just want a large fancy ass building over here, and likewise over here, kind of. So let's look. What is fancy? This looks, I mean, it's a church, but it, you know, wow, that was very small looking. That looks banky enough to me. Is this a Japanese castle? That's all right. Don't worry, I'm called king because I have at least a castle to myself in each kingdom. That's impressive. Let's see if the elven buildings are striking me. Wow, okay. Oh, these are the dwarven buildings. That's okay. How's a party god supposed to be cool if he doesn't have a vacation house for every situation? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. You have to, like, you know, you gotta cement your status. If you're a party god, you gotta cement your status everywhere. Dwarven castle, big. Dwarven market, that looks good. Why do I not have a red dwarven market? Oh, there it is. Okay. I wish the red was a little more red, but we'll put that over in yon market area. Maybe just slightly smaller. Okay, it's a little more red when you set it down. Alright. Yeah. Oh, this'll work. I don't know why I didn't look at this before. For like the... Maybe it'll work. Let me see. Let me look. But for like the fair district, this elven gazebo, I'm liking the look of it. Elven portal. Is that whispers from something? Like, those alerts concern me. I don't know. I don't know what that sound was. And this OBS has like a... I guess that's just showing me it's recording. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, sorry. Sorry about the random sounds. Sure, notifications from something. But I don't have that much up, man. You hear music? Oh. Right, yeah, the music is intentional. I don't know what the other alert sound was. Let me just see what this looks like. It looks okay. I think I still like the gazebo more. Oh, I'm sorry about your snoot poop. Elven Town Hall. Oh, that's good. That'll work. Okay, so like outside town down here, there's like kind of this tent structure. That'll be the, yeah. Sweet. Okay, that'll work. My Alt-Tab priority has gotten all messed up trying to figure out what that was. So we've got Fairgate, Library. I guess we don't have anything marked for Library, but I don't really care. We have Bank, Castle, Gate, Market, Industrial, a little bit. That looks like your party house, yeah. It's not a bad party house, man. I mean, it's a very elegant one. It's not like, you know, your random frat house on the block, right? But, yeah, I dig it. Some of these were labeled as, like, human, right? Yeah? Okay. What? Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool castle. Shrink this down. Accommodates civilization as much as it does druids. That's a good, like, it's a good thing to strive for. We're gonna put an inn, like, what civilizes the power center of the working man better than a bar, you know? Yeah. It has picnic tables on it. I wish I could like zoom in on those. It has tables, cute little picnic tables on the outside. You see that? I don't know. Let me zoom in 150 here. Huh? Those are cute. I like those. So they have alcohol? Yeah, that is that's their that's their product of power. Oh, I put it in front. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is that kind of. Let's look at gates again. So here is the market gate. You can scroll that down a little. Probably have a master alchemist and working on making the best flavored potions. I dig it. Ludwig's gotta get in on that. Okay, so here are like the main gates in town. Again, I wish there was a slightly more vertical gate available. That's okay, though. The Elven Gates are a bit much. Yeah, that's like a lot, man. Maybe it's perfect. Like, if this is this side of the city where Solus' like elven, like, showy family is from, maybe that's fine. Outsider-themed alcohol potions. I like it. Are these the wicked gates? Those are kind of cool. Do I like this more than... I don't know. It's fun. Okay, we're gonna move some stuff here. We're gonna like swap. This is gonna be over here. This is gonna be over here, and this is gonna be this way. I wish I could flip it from here, but I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna make another one. It's bothering me a little bit that, like, you know, the gate that goes out to the fair area is like the south gate, and it was looking a little too far like the east gate. Like, you know, if I was making this commercially viable, I would try a bit harder on all this, but since I'm just making it for my friends to play through, yeah. We're gonna be fine with the slightly lower level of quality here. Now let's fill in some of these buildings. Let's see what's set. Premium buildings, human, custom colors. Yeah. And what does shuffle symbols do? How do I skip a symbol? I can't really make it randomized for me. Can I? Nah. Okay. Protean pop soda, an infernal brew, maybe abyssal brandy. How about Elysium mug or the Heaven's Fountain drink? So, first of all, yes. Second of all, a kind of side story I have with this world is that I think the gods kind of hid it away from the other planes. I think other planes exist, and they explicitly made this world kind of isolated. And I don't know how that's, you know, I don't know all the ways that's going to... Wait, symbol rotation as in... It's just upside down now, yeah, okay. I don't know how all the ways that's going to manifest, but it's like a... It's going to be a plot point, basically. As outsiders start to show up. Also, why are there elementals and summoners if gods were hiding crap from them? Yeah, like, it's not a perfect wall, but I think the first thing... Like, if you summon a devil, the first thing they say is, like, where am I? What is this place? I am not familiar with this plane in the slightest. Can you tell me before I burn your face off? Okay. So there's slightly less ability to just, like, hold down. What I want is, like, a... These trees will, like, randomize sizes and stuff and shapes as you click through them. And, like, I want that for buildings. Like I mentioned, I have not actually done this for for towns yet, so I'm not, you know. I wish it could randomize some of these values a little more, like. Readily is what I'm getting at. So we're just gonna, like, let's see, shuffle this stuff around as best I can. What does a custom color for this building do? Let me just see. Interesting, and not desired. Okay. Building dwarven, human, custom colors, paintable. Yeah, so like this shuffle thing would work if there weren't so many different types of buildings. Like if I could just be like, I want these 4. I'm sorry, I will stop pointing and just do it. Laser beam, disintegrate. Oh, soda. Weird that. Okay. So I guess what we're going to end up doing is we're just going to, like, plop down a bunch of these. Oh, I turned shuffle back on, didn't I guess? We're going to plop down a bunch of the same building, and then we're going to plop down a bunch of others, and, like, just fill it in that way. So bear with me while I click a lot in fairly random locations. This could take some time. Alright. So this is not the most perfect software for this. After all, is my my deduction. Or, like, it probably would be if I bothered to, like, fill in a custom palette here. Maybe I can do that. That might be a bit much for this project. But, like, if you fill in a custom palette of just the buildings you're interested in, maybe it wouldn't be that hard. Maybe we'll go check that out. But you can, like, randomize it, and then it'll make this process a lot easier, because then you can just, like, click, 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 and it won't be the same building 75 times. It'll be one of a round robin. So you don't have to do what I'm doing, and kind of painstakingly doing it one at a time. Looked away for 2 seconds and the population boomed. Yeah, well, yeah. It's what happens with Eden, man. Couple of people to get together, and you get trouble in your hands. Let's look at it, shall we? Let's see if I can find it in short order. And I'm also going to, we're gonna go, again, swap to Matt Colville's SoundCloud. I need to, like, stand up and take a break also. And this might be a good time for it, but. Let's see how long we can stay on this playlist before I get mad at ads. I wonder if I can just go, like, I should just pay for it. I use it enough. Place tracks, client mode. Oh, neat. The thing that annoys me about SoundCloud is that if you pay for their, like, pro, I'm gonna put sound up service, it isn't bundled anywhere with, like, I want to listen without ads. So that's really annoying to me, and it kind of makes me not want to support them on that front, but Whatever. You missed all the cool bear names. There's that sound again. What is it? I don't know. Sorry. It might be something in Wonder Draft. Was it doing that before I started Wonder Draft? It was, wasn't it? Okay, open user folder. That's what I was looking for. So let's look at this. We have assets. That's a lot. Dead trees, modern maps, sprites. Are there subfolders? Symbols. Okay. Yeah, so we need the human buildings that we were just looking at, wherever they are. My assets, sprites, symbols. Thank you for the gift sub, Cam. I appreciate it and am humbled again. Yeah. Lynn, enjoy all of my wonderful emotes that I definitely have. And I will try to actually have I will try to actually have emotes by the end of the weekend. Okay, here we go. Human custom colors, H portal. So we want. Interesting that it only shows the red ones when I open the premium buildings human colored. So we want. I don't have. What the heck? That's a messed up house, man. I don't want the destroyed house. I want this and this and this and this and. Maybe this? So I think what we're gonna do... We're gonna copy all of these, but I want these to show up less. So we're gonna do the hackiest possible workaround here, alright? So, new folder. Premium buildings. Human. Custom colors. Shuffle. We're just gonna call it shuffle. I'm gonna paste these. How do I bring back view and media icons? No. Yes. Wait, no. Files. There we go. Okay. We're going to. We're not going to usurp Colville in no time. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but I appreciate that. So, like I said, I want the Smith and the Town Hall to show up way less than these. And I have no control. Oh, this is the inn. Yeah, that's fine. I have no control over how often those show up. So what we're going to do is just paste, 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 paste. And now we should get about 5 times as many houses as the other stuff. And that is... how you hack that, I guess. And I don't mean hack in the impressive technical sense, I mean hack in the, whoa boy. Let's save this. Eden, that's all. That's all I need to do. It is... Oh, I'm sorry. That sound is Wonder Draft auto-saving. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's reload assets. It's probably gonna beep again once reloading assets is done. Is that loud, by the way? Is it really loud when that beep happens? Let me just turn my volume off of max in the stream then. I'm sorry. That does make sense. And I'll turn it up a smidge in SoundCloud. Okay. So assets are reloaded. Let's look at the symbols. Premium buildings, human colors, shuffle. Yeah! Here we go. All right. Advanced, shuffle. it's really sloppy. It's really sloppy in terms of how I created it, and it's really sloppy in terms of how... yes, correct. Oh, that's so bright. You know, sometimes I make really cool things, and sometimes I make absolute crap. Oh, I copied the wrong one. I'm so dumb. Okay, we're gonna redo this in a sec. Oh. No, paintable isn't right. It is custom colors. So they're just like dark red here, and they're like bright red here just because I don't have the right settings. Like I didn't import this the same way. So let's see if we can darken this. Oh, no, that's wrong. Oh, that didn't really work. Maybe, let's see. It's still really bright. Too bright, man, too bright. Okay. Let's just revert that. Let's try actually copying the paintable ones, and we'll make them what color I need. Let me see quick. Let me see that this will work before I start copying things. Paintable. I need to paint over the top of it, don't I? Yeah, I do. That won't work. All right. Can I see? Yeah. So in terms of this being sloppy, like, I don't really want to show you guys just the stuff that I know is gonna work. I want to show you like process, and I guess this is like that includes. Oh, I need that maybe. Let me take this too. So like the stuff that doesn't work, I also want to struggle through it on stream. And if I have to occasionally throw something out, or if something is just a little too goofy, like that's fine with me. So let's delete this. Copy in the other one that they use, and then we'll reload assets again. Yeah, sure. Because like stuff like this map, first iteration was sloppy and bad, and then like I kind of figured out a better way to do stuff, and it looks pretty all right now. You are making viewers. Cool. Sorry, I don't mean to harp on it. It's literally just that I'm getting distracted. Like, why are these orange? No. Okay. All right, let's look inside these files. Let's see what they look like. Open with. More apps. Just Notepad. Okay. In Cathedral. Maybe the bright red will just have to stay. Or maybe I can, we'll see, hold on. Radius, offset, offset Y. Lead queuing music, oh. Yeah, I agree with that. Draw mode, custom colors too. Weird. So the settings here have no... They don't have the bearing I thought they did. Okay, yeah. Alright, learning stuff. So let's just try... Let's find the OG here. We can do this again in like 2 seconds. 2, 3... And the last one is the... Try that again! Alright. Down to here. Down to here. Okay. Now, let's check out paint.net again. I guess it doesn't even need to, like, let's open this. Open the image in a new file, yes. Okay, let's adjust the hue and saturation. So if we find a good value we like, can we just do 50 here? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we'll just do 50 for all these then, in the color curves. Yeah, there we go. It's even saved. Hold on. Okay, they are saving as PNGs. For a second I was like, if these are saving as PDNs, I don't really want that. Control-Shift-U. Great. So, we can just do this. Yeah! Alright. Sorry, I'm just getting excited about being able to do this all via hotkeys. Speeds things up quite a bit. Okay. There we go. One more. Oh, wait, not quite. Hold on. Copy out the houses. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why not? Copy the inn a couple of times. 1, 2. And then one more asset reload. Okay. Let's see what we have wrought. A couple of them will be orange roofs, and oh, it's because I... Oh, wait, no.
Shane Company Valentine's Day gifts are made with natural
ingredients. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Does it have an ad there? Why ads? Yes, let me click that. Let me go ad-free. Let me... 30-day free trial sounds good. Sure. I apologize. One moment, and we will get back to, you know, aimlessly clicking on the map with buildings. Okay. I don't know if I have to, like, refresh for that to take effect, but we'll see if we get more ads. So. I would like these resets to actually reset. I don't know either. Okay, it's fine, though. Alright, and here's the shuffle. So a couple of darker topped buildings, and that's fine. So shuffle symbols, take the zoom down. Let's back up just a little bit. I want these a little smaller than that. That's a little bit outside. That's fine. And we're going to imply some roads that we will paint in later. This is kind of having the effect I wanted, yeah. So yeah, we're just like clicking and now letting the shuffle do like all the work. And it's looking a lot better than the stuff I was doing by hand. So I'm digging that. We're gonna fill this in, and then we're gonna clear paths for those roads I was talking about. I don't really want to see that much green in the middle. I think the effect is best when you just see like rooftops. It's user is fantastic. Thank you for that. That's kind and in this case, like once I'm using the program intelligently, it's doing what I want it to do. So I still give credit to the program for allowing this, right? And for like giving me the tools to do this, even if I wasn't originally using them. I was like, we'll do this the hardest way possible. Okay, so now let's clear out some of these roads, some of these pathways. You wrangled the program and asserted dominance and made it work for you. The situation had to get painful enough for me to do that. It was not the default jump. Let's mirror some of these, huh? I kind of wanted there to be a... Oh, you know what? Let's clear it out like this. Set the blacksmith back a little. And then we'll fill in a little bit again. I don't like that house there. So hopefully this is looking slightly less sloppy than it was. Still a bit of work to do here. But, you know. There's supposed to be kind of a perimeter that goes all the way outside. We'll see. Okay. So let's see if I can make some walls that look good. I was gonna use like paths. I just don't think there's a great solution for this, really. So like the wall symbols we had, they're not great. Which baffles me a little that there just aren't even any. You know, in the default. Let's see, bridges, cliffs, monsters, sea monsters, ships, towns, roses. Custom colored towns. Okay, yeah, no. We looked in the buildings. Dead trees. Farm village. Modern buildings? Okay. Rocks and more. Nah. No. So let's hit save on this for now. And they have like a built-in asset thing. Premium art packs, that loads their website, right? Yeah. I have a lot of those. Oops. Okay. Community links? Where was it? Change import. Nope. Nope. Huh. Oh, I guess it's a different program. I don't remember the name of it. Mythkeeper? Do I have it? Yeah, I do. It's still here. Is it up to date? Prob's not. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe it is because it's a web app. It's just a browser in a box. Get assets. Let's search. No, this isn't the one. This shows like what I have. How do I get more? From client. This is it, maybe. Here we go. So let's search for a wall. Oh, that could be good. Let's download it and look anyway. It's got that isometric view that we're working with. Asset. It's downloaded. Okay. City walls. Okay, neat. Back up this asset. Cool. Cool. Save and oh, we already did that. Let's reload assets. And let's see if it's see if these walls are any good.